I will apologize to Playmaker right now. I will make sure this apology is heard around the world. And I want to be sure that the Playmaker knows that I'm going to apologize well in advance. But you ain't going to like, Playmaker, the off-season grade, the free agency grade, I beg your pardon, that I've given the Rams. Why? Because they're an opponent. And I hate to do this to your beloved Rams, whom you've loved since 99, the greatest show on turf, and I realize that. But in spite of everything that's happened, I got to give them an A. I got to give them an A for what they've done, even given whom they lost. They added Colby Parkinson, Jonah Jackson, and Darius Williams, tight end, guard, and cornerback. They re-signed DeMarcus Robinson, guard Kevin Dotson. Their key departures. Aaron Donald has retired, and I'll say something about Aaron Donald at the close of the show. But considering the Rams took a flyer on Dotson, a 4th-round pick in 2020 in a trade with the Pittsburgh Steelers a year ago, flipping a 2024 4th-round pick and a 2025 5th-round pick in exchange for Dotson. They kind of hit the jackpot with him. This Rams team, and I don't like saying this aloud because of the friendly rivalry I have with the Playmaker, but this Rams team will frighten the you-know-what out of you. This is a young team, and now you add Colby Parkinson to an already stacked tight end room, which includes Tyler Higbee, and they also added Jimmy Garoppolo because he's signed with the Rams. The only problem with that is you have two 30-plus-year-old quarterbacks in your room, in your quarterback room. You have two 30-plus-year-old quarterbacks in your room. Matt Stafford is going to be, I believe, 36, if someone can look that up for me. And Garoppolo is going to be 32. And Garoppolo has been oft injured. Believe me, chronicled it well in his time with the 49ers. Chronicled it well. But you have a team that is simmering on the edge of busting out and scaring a lot of people, my 49ers included. Because the Rams always play us tough anyway. But I hate to do that to Playmaker, but I'm giving his team an A. I'm giving his team an A. Of course, I got to be very playful with him as he is with me. I hope to have the Playmaker back on soon. But got to be very playful with him, as I said, as he is with me. But this Rams team is sitting on the edge. Matt Stafford will turn 36 on February 7th. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. McCarthy. I appreciate that. And Ryan, my master researcher, could you find out Garoppolo's age? I said 32. I believe he's 32. But this Rams team is deep. That's the first thing I can say. The only thing they have to replace is Aaron Donald, who played all 10 seasons with the Rams. He won the Super Bowl in 2021 with a 3-sack game. Jimmy G is 32. I thought I had that right. Rams could sneak. No, they could stomp back into the playoffs. Will they win the West? We don't know. Will they give the 49ers all sorts of hell? Better believe it with this team. Better believe it. This Rams team is strong, and this Rams team is potent. Now, I know it's weird for me to show love to the Rams, but I got to call a spade, and I got to be truthful. And I'm going to tease the daylights out of my good friend, the Playmaker, until he comes back to us here on the show. Y'all know I don't like the Rams, but I have to say it honestly. This Rams team is dangerous. This Rams team is dangerous. And they drafted Stetson Bennett last year, who I believe was injured. Now, my question is their quarterback room. Matt Stafford, Jimmy Garoppolo, and Stetson Bennett are the three main quarterbacks that they have. Now, I've asked this with every other team in this division except San Francisco. How long before we see Stetson Bennett? Because frankly, I'll say it again, Matt Stafford is 36, Jimmy Garoppolo is 32, and both have had to deal with a ton of injuries. A ton. Now, granted, Matt Stafford got most of his in Detroit, and then he got the hell out of Dodge after being traded. But he's 36. Who's he? I mean this jokingly. Who's he trying to be? Tom Brady? Who's he trying to be? How much more beaten up can Matthew Stafford take? Especially when you got to see San Francisco twice a year. Especially when you have to see San Francisco twice a year. Do we see Stetson Bennett at all? There's a question. Do we see the former two-time national champion at all this year? Tell me what you guys think. Tell me what you think that the grade should be for each team in the West Division. And also let me know in the comments which division I should cover tomorrow and the rest of this week. Because I want to get through the NFC by the end of the week, especially when I do the mega show on Friday. And then next week we'll start on the AFC. And what I'll also do leading up to the draft is bring on some experts that will offer their thoughts on their team, which is probably going to wind up being my rotation for this coming season. Of course, y'all know Mike Debate's going to join me. The big dog Shane Lake is going to join me. Ryan McCoffey is going to join me. Victor Locke covers the Cowboys. But anybody want to jump on and cover their team? I got Dan Levely coming to cover the Detroit Lions. That has just been sealed. Let me know. Let me know. Hell, I may have to have Rudy Reyes on more than once to talk about the Steelers, which he will do at the top of the next hour. But that's our grades in the NFC West. Seahawks and Rams get A's. The 49ers get a B+. And the Cardinals, I gave them a D, but I may give them an F.